Oh, sure.
We're watching Donnie Darko.
Oh, mate, this one is... I'm really looking forward to this one. By the way, shout out to the editor, Aaron, one of his favourite movies of all time. So...
Well, that might be a bad thing if it's a crap film. So this is the only one on the voted for that I literally haven't really heard of. I mean, I've heard the name.
I know the movie, but I have literally zero knowledge of what it is, of the narrative. I know Jake Gyllenhaal's in it.
Yeah, that's
one of his
for me. That's
films.
the saving grace because I think he's one of the best actors currently going.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch this movie. Apparently, it's one that makes you think, and you need to watch it over and over again. I've got to stop you right there, Tom, because 78% of people watching this video are not subscribed.
Wait,
Why?
sorry.
What's wrong with us? Are we giving off a weird vibe? Are we giving off a vibe like, oh yeah, come and watch, a couple of seconds of our video, and then fuck off.
I think you're giving off a weird vibe, but I'm not.
What makes you think that? If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and if you don't like it, you can unsubscribe afterwards.
Hit the old notification bell.
Yeah, just to let you know that we've got some great content coming. And if you didn't know, we have a Twitter account now, but we made it like a month ago because this video comes out in a month's time. So if you're not following us on Twitter, follow us on Twitter because we'll be giving updates on that account and also posting movie news.
What is it? At Cinema Rules?
At Cinema Rules, correct.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
I love it.
Don't disappoint.
My man.
Don't disappoint.
Is that a person?
So he was sleeping in the middle of the road?
No idea, mate.
You want to tell Mom and Dad why you stopped taking your medication?
You're such a fuck ass.
Please.
Language.
What's a fuck ass?
Wake up. Set in the 80s. I wondered why it was on TV. Yeah.
Do you not just hear that?
Wake up, yeah.
You did not react to it. I was
I heard it.
I thought I was hearing it. I thought I was hearing it. Because you were just like, oh yeah, set in the 80s. I was just like, what about the weird voice that I just heard? Is he sleepwalking?
Ah.
28 days.
Oh, jeez.
6 hours. 42 minutes. 12 seconds.
To what?
Is when the world will end.
Man, that gave me chills.
What was it? Like a demon rabbit?
It's just a person in a rabbit suit. Oh, Jesus. Scared the life out of me.
This is my house. This is my house.
What's going on?
That's fake, because if it was a real American policeman, he'd have been like, get down!
So it's just that they found, not the actual plane.
Mate, that's weird. That's mysterious. They didn't know where it came from.
Where do I sit? Sit next to the boy you think is the cutest. Quiet!
Why would you do that?
You lost your job. She's going to sit next to Donnie Darko. Look at that guy. Get out of it.
No, she's gonna sit next to the person that isn't. Oh, okay. I was gonna say isn't looking at her, but.
Dad.
What?
Dad!
What the?
No mail today, maybe tomorrow.
You sound so much like Tobey Maguire sometimes.
I met a new friend.
Real or imaginary?
Imaginary.
Would you like to talk about this friend?
Frank.
Frank. What did Frank say?
Said to follow him.
Follow him. Where?
Into the future.
And then what happens?
I was a victim of my own fear.
Love.
I was feeding fear.
Look like Patrick Swayze or something. They look like.
Is that Seth Rogen? That's Seth Rogen in the background. This is going to be another one that I get wrong, but.
Wake up, Donnie.
What's he doing with that axe? Was that the school? Pipe work or something?
I don't know.
It showed the school in water, didn't it?
Mama said the school is closed today because it's flooded.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh. He made me do it. There he is, Seth Rogen, the Rogue Meister himself.
I like your boobs. Hey.
Do you want to walk me home?
Sure.
Didn't even flinch.
The role of Seth Rogen's life.
So, why'd you move here?
My parents got a divorce. My mom had to get a restraining order against my stepdad. He has emotional problems.
Oh, I have those too. What kind of emotional problems does your dad have?
He stabbed my mom 4 times in the chest.
Oh.
Donnie Darko. What the hell kind of name is that? It's like some
I was
sort of
waiting for that.
superhero or something.
Superhero.
What makes you think I'm not? I'm really glad school was flooded today.
Why is that?
Because you and I never had this conversation.
Did you say she hypnotized?
So, tell me about your week.
I met a girl.
How are things going at school?
I think about girls a lot.
I asked you about school, Donnie.
I think about fucking a lot during school.
I asked you about your family, Donnie.
No. I don't think about fucking my family. That's gross.
How embarrassed would you be?
Beer and pussy. That's all I need.
So we gotta find ourselves a Smurfette.
Smurfette doesn't fuck.
Smurfette fucks all the other Smurfs. Why do you think Papa Smurf made her?
Papa Smurf didn't create Smurfette. Gargamel did. She was sent in as Gargamel's evil spy with the intention of destroying the Smurf village. But the overwhelming goodness of the Smurf way of life transformed her. And as for the whole gangbang scenario, it just couldn't happen. Smurfs are asexual. They don't even have reproductive organs under those little white pants. You know, what's the point of living if you don't have a dick?
Where did you come from?
Do you believe in time travel?
I knew that he was going to say that. I was thinking he was going to mention something about time travel because where did the rest of the plane go?
Yeah,
Did it
but
just
also,
come through?
If you're coming from the future, why would you dress as a big rabbit?
Fear is in the negative energy spectrum, and
Fear is the
love
path to the
is in
dark
the
side.
positive energy spectrum.
You can't just lump things into 2 categories. Things aren't that simple.
Fear and love are the deepest of human emotions.
Okay, but you're not listening to me. There are other things that need to be taken into account here, like the whole spectrum of human emotion. You can't just lump everything into these 2 categories and then just deny everything else.
If you don't complete the assignment, you'll get a 0 for the day.
What exactly did you say to Ms. Farmer?
I'll tell you what he said. He asked me to forcibly insert the lifeline exercise card into my anus.
Dad's trying not to laugh.
So, according to Hawking, a wormhole may be able to provide a shortcut for jumping between 2 distant regions of space-time.
So in order to travel back in time, you have to have a big spaceship or something that can travel faster than the speed of light.
Theoretically.
And be able to find one of these wormholes.
The basic principles of time travel are there. You've got your vessel and your portal. Don't tell anybody that I gave you this. The woman who wrote this used to teach here.
Roberta Sparrow?
The woman.
That's right.
Old woman. She's going to be waiting for him to put a letter in that box, I swear.
Oh
I
my
swear.
God.
That's why she spoke to him or something.
What did she say?
I mean, I think Frank wants me to go talk to her, you know, because the last time I saw him, he asked me if I knew about time travel, and she wrote a book about it, so that can't be like a coincidence, right?
Donnie, what did Roberta Sparrow say to you?
She said that every living creature on Earth dies alone.
What? Is it showing him the future?
Yeah, it's like
where he's
showing him
walking
something
to
before it happens.
Donnie is experiencing what is commonly called a daylight hallucination. This is a common occurrence among paranoid schizophrenics.
Because entirely too many young men and women today or completely paralyzed by their fears.
Are you telling us this stuff so we can buy your book? Because I gotta tell you, if you are, that was some of the worst advice I ever heard.
You see how sad this is?
You want your sister to lose weight? Tell her to get off the couch, stop eating Twinkies, and maybe go out for field hockey. You know what? No one ever knows what they want to be when they grow up. You know, it takes a little while to find that out, right, Jim? And you. Yeah, you. You think of some jerk shoving your head down the toilet, but you know what? Maybe you should lift some weights or take a karate lesson, and the next time he tries to do it, you kick him in the balls. I think you're the fucking Antichrist.
I think what?
The Antichrist, he said.
Woo!
Now you know where he lives.
What happened here, Ike?
You stabbed it.
I'm so sorry.
Who is that? That's just a random person.
I want you to watch the movie screen. There's something I want to show you. Have you ever seen a portal? Burned to the ground.
That's that guy's house.
Yeah,
The John Cunningham.
I'll tell you what though, I really like that scene in the cinema. Just smiling as he does it.
The ending's going to be something ambiguous, isn't it? Like, is it real? Is he thinking about it, or is?
Now, firefighters discovered what has been referred to as a kiddie porn dungeon. Cunningham, who has become a recent celebrity for his books and motivational tapes, was arrested.
Behind the picture.
Oh my God!
He said to burn it down, so they probably knew. Frank knew.
It gives me great pleasure to announce that the Middlesex Ridge School dance team has been invited to perform on Ed McMahon's Star Search 88 in Los Angeles, California.
It's obviously some kind of conspiracy to destroy an innocent man. And I have taken it upon myself to spearhead the Jim Cunningham defense campaign.
Oh my God, you delusional.
Rose, I have to appear at his arraignment tomorrow morning. And as you know, the girls are scheduled to leave for Los Angeles in the morning. Now, as their coach, I was the obvious choice to chaperone them on their trip,
But now you can't go. Elizabeth will be in charge. She'll drive you to therapy. And if you need anything,
Oh, she's
you
doing
promise
it.
me.
This famous linguist once said that of all the phrases in the English language, of all the endless combinations of words in all of history, that cellar door is the most beautiful.
Salador. 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 Salador.
What else makes you feel regret?
That I did it again.
You did it again?
I flooded my school and I burned down that pervert's house.
Did Frank tell you to do these
I
things?
have to obey him. He saved my life. Frank is gonna kill.
Who is he going to kill? Who is he going to kill, Donnie?
I can see right now! Hey, we should totally throw a party. I mean, Mom and Dad are gone and, like, it's Halloween carnival, we could totally get away with it.
Yeah, my mom's gone.
Mom's gone.
She didn't leave a note, and the house was all messed up. I'm just so scared. I keep thinking something awful is happening, and it's my fucking stepdad. I know it.
It's gonna happen as soon as she leaves him. As soon as he's on his own. Everything starts to turn upside down.
Well, they did play Love Will Tear Us Apart by Joy Division a minute ago.
You have to see Grandma Dad. Jesus Christ. No, it's Frank.
We have to see
His time is running out.
death.
We gotta go.
Oh, the woman.
Cellar door.
What?
Cellar door. Cellar door. What?
Seth, there's a car coming. Let's go. Did you call the fucking cops? Deus Machina.
He said Deus Ex Machina.
Oh!
That's what he said. Deus Ex Machina.
What does that even mean?
Saviour, I think. It means the last thing that comes into Saviour.
I thought the car run over her, to be fair. Yeah.
Frank. Wake up. What you do?
Yeah, the car ran over her.
Hey, Frank, he said.
It's Halloween night.
Frank?
His eye. At the end.
You're right about the eye.
So in order to travel back in time, you have to have a big spaceship or something that can travel faster.
Wait, they're on a plane.
Theoretically.
And be able to find one of these wormholes.
Is this something to do with the
Basic
turbine?
principles of time travel are there. You've got your vessel and your portal, and your vessel could be just about anything, most likely a spacecraft. Metalcraft of any kind.
So those clouds were a wormhole. That's part of the engine.
What if you could go back in time and take all those hours of pain and darkness and replace them with something better?
I hope that when the world comes to an end, I can breathe a sigh of relief. Because there will be so much to look forward to.
I think this scene has already happened before. This is the earthquake scene, but he's in his room this time.
Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday.
He's holding his eye.
Yeah.
What happened?
Got smushed by a jet engine.
What was his name?
Donnie Darko. Did you know him?
No.
What? I don't get it! I need to read up on this. I need to get this. I need to understand this movie. Man, I don't know what the film is. I don't know what it is. I know it dabbles in fourth dimension, multiple universes and timeline, time travel. So obviously you will need to read up on this film and watch it multiple times to understand the intricacies of this film. So that being said, I know for a fact that my rating will go up in time once I learn more about this film. But for now, on first viewing, I'm going to give it a 7.9.
It's a good job I've got a PhD in physics, so I wouldn't be able to understand it. No, I don't. But I thought it was good. I thought it was really well shot.
Yep.
Really intriguing. Really tense as well, and suspenseful in some scenes. But I find myself just questioning, in a good way, everything that happens. Do you know where sometimes you get a film and it leaves loads of unanswered questions and you have a sense of dissatisfaction? Like, I don't have that with this film. I've still got a sense of satisfaction.
Okay,
So I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. So there was one line in this film that you mentioned and you said, oh, I think that's probably going to be a really important line. And it made me think of it at the end, which is the one where he says, well, what the hell kind of name is that? Is that a superhero name?
Yeah.
And then...
Well, he saves everyone.
He saves everyone in the end. Or at least...
Well, he saves her.
Or at least sacrifices himself in a sort of positive way, in my opinion anyway. And there are lots of things that he does that we don't actually see. Do you know? Remember that axe that was like embedded in the rock?
Yeah.
And it's almost like, how did he do that?
Yeah.
You know, there's so much more there that I think's between the lines. Like, does he have mind control powers? Does he have telekinesis? Does he have super strength or the ability to
Yeah.
do certain stuff. And I thought for a long while, you could see this as a metaphor for schizophrenia, because that's what the character suffers from. And maybe it is to a
dabbles in
certain
that, yeah.
extent. But then at the end, it quite clearly fits in the genre of science fiction, doesn't it?
It also dabbles in the question as to whether this is all real or not.
Yeah.
Or is it all in his mind? Like, it could have easily all been in his imagination.
It's very surreal, isn't it? It's very dreamlike the way
Yeah.
it's shot. I think the idea isn't necessarily about God. It takes the form of God as the form of like predestined life and stuff like that. It's more so about choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are our lives set out on this fixed path, or do you have the power to physically choose to do something else, which he does in the end, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, then there's the question, actually, does he? Is it like a cycle? Does it continuously go on a loop? Does it?
It feels wrong for me to try and analyse and pick apart this film on first viewing when I know for a fact we've missed certain things and we don't fully understand what it's trying to say. Yes, we can try and understand it from what we gathered from first viewing, but because it's only been a first viewing, it's very hard to... It'll be very hard to hit the nail on the head and try and analyse it. I thought it was shot quite nicely. The editing was... It never lost its pace. Like, the pacing of the movie was quite well done. Passage of time, if you noticed, every time they came up with the date and the countdown, after that there was a little time lapse.
Yeah.
Like, only like within seconds, like just to show the quick passage of time, which I thought was a nice touch. Visual effects didn't put me off, even though,
No, I mean, the one that's always tricky to get right is that kind of sort of watery, gel-like effect.
Yeah.
You've seen Terminator 2, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where they have the effect.
Yeah, but I think like that just looks like what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
no
not
real
like
thing.
that doesn't look
No
like that. That doesn't look like the path of the future leading someone. Or how the fuck
Well,
do you?
yeah.
That's what
it's always.
You know what I mean?
It always looks a bit weird, that effect.
But
yeah, it doesn't put you off.
Yeah, so I thought the editing was quite nice. It was very subtle. The shots were quite nice. Jake Gyllenhaal again, man. I haven't seen him do a bad performance in the film.
He was 100. For me, he was 100% the best thing about the film.
Yeah.
In terms of his acting.
Yeah.
And obviously, he's a much younger actor here. I don't know what his history is before this film.
No, I don't know.
But then, I mean, definitely you get the sense that he's still skilled even there.
Yeah. I thought the tone of the film as well, it was consistent throughout.
Yeah.
And it was eerie, and made that Frank character just gave me uneasy feelings and shivers every time his voice came on screen.
It's such a tricky one, isn't it? I really like the soundtrack of the film. I thought that was good.
Brilliant, the score was brilliant.
Yeah, especially, so the soundtrack was really good, but the score in that scene in the cinema when they're sitting there, is really, really effective.
I can't
really
remember.
Like, it's a really deep orchestral score.
Oh yeah.
With I think kind of like vocal chanting in the background as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I
don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But the reason I gave this film a 7.9 is because I know it's a good film. I know, but I don't have the intelligence to understand why it is on the first viewing.
Yeah.
I'm a dumbass.
I'm sure this will be a film where people have lots of different interpretations, so let us know what you think about it.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about...
Teach us about the film.
The psychology behind it or the physics behind it.
Here's a challenge for all of you watching now. Try and sum up the film and its meaning within one small paragraph. I don't want to see a massive list. I haven't got time to read.
Accepted.
Yeah. I would say about 5 to 10 lines.
Apparently there is a director's cut that adds quite a few scenes. So
really?
if you've seen that, let us know if it changes anything.
But yeah, sorry that this review was a bit lackluster because we're still quite confused, and obviously it's our raw reactions and our raw review. So this film is going to have to sit with us for some time. to try and understand. And maybe
I need
Aaron,
to-
the editor, can help us understand what he thinks. of the
Yeah,
movie.
I just need to watch it again without you, so I can not be distracted all the time.
Yeah, I know I've got a beautiful face, but
Right.
yeah. So again, 78% of you aren't subscribed. So hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, bing, bong.
We've got 8
bong.
more science fiction films coming. We've had Predator,
Yes.
we've had Donnie Darko, 2 massively different films.
Massive, yeah. Like the video, it helps the channel out a lot. Give us your rating of this film. Again, set that challenge for you in the comments. And yeah.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.